What up, guys? How's it going tonight? How's it going? We are live. Dr. Pinesett here, the Premed Podium Expert. What up? It's Monday. Everybody hop on here real quick. Today we're talking about how you guys can stand out at pre-health conferences. A lot of you guys like to go to these conferences and it can be nerve-wracking. Zach, what up? It can be nerve-wracking because you don't know what to say, how to act, what to attend, what not to attend. And I thought this would be a good time to address this. I just came back from the LMSA SNMA conference. Daryl, what up? I saw you on Saturday. And it was cool to interact with a bunch of students. And simultaneously, some of my students attended another conference, the AAMC conference. And we'll talk about some do's and don'ts because one of my students made a great impact, but at the same time, he did a don't. He did a do and he did a don't simultaneously. So we'll talk about that, how he stepped properly and misstepped in this video. Jessica, hello. How's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good weekend? It's Halloween has just passed. Hopefully everybody got lots of candy. My house is full of candy. I'm hyped up on sweets. Feeling good. So here we go. Networking at pre-health conferences. I think, so let's take a step back. When we talk about these pre-health conferences, there's a bunch of them. The first thing I'll say is try to attend the conferences for free. So I know a lot of them charge now because they're trying to get that money from you. But if you can, try to get them for free. Send them an email, let them know, hey, listen, I can't afford to go. I want to go, but you know, it's expensive. Is there any way you guys could have scholarships, financial aid, whatever it is? And a lot of these conferences will hook you up with some free access, or they'll give you a discount. The other thing is if there's a conference that's annually held and you know you want to go, sign up early because a lot of the conference has early bird special so you can save money that way. That's just a tip, you know, for my broke students out there to save some cash shola while getting their information in there. So there's that. Second thing is to understand what the purpose of these conferences really is. And I think there's some good things about these conferences and some bad things. The first thing I'll say is that if you think you're going to go to a pre-health conference and get lots of high impact information that you can't get elsewhere, you're sadly mistaken. Because as I was telling the students on Saturday, and it was kind of funny. So I was at the LMSA SNMA conference on Saturday at my alma mater, UC Irvine, with my anteaters. And I normally don't do a lot of these conferences because I don't feel like there's a lot of information to be gained there, and I feel like the sessions are too quick. But what I decided to do to shortcut that was they wanted me to do 4 sessions about studying, and they wanted me to do the same session about studying 4 different times for people. And me being the rebel I am, I said, screw that. We're going to do 4 unique sessions. So what I did was I did 4 sessions where we kind of traveled through my journey as a student and 4 lessons that students could take away and better themselves with when they left. And so we did 4 unique sessions. It was kind of a cool thing. According to the conference organizers, it had never been done before, where someone had done multiple different sessions. So for me to do 4 different ones in one day was kind of cool. And what was especially cool for me about that was that it was 4 different sessions, right? So I invited the students, like, if you want to stay, you can stay. And by the end of the day, most students were staying with me. So a lot of people hung out with me for 4 sessions. And the people who ended up hanging out with me for 4 sessions, I ended up giving free access to my How to Double Your Study Efficiency course just because they attended. So 2 lessons there. One is Dr. Pinesett brings it. The second thing is when Dr. Pinesett brings it, you better have your butt in the seat because I'm very generous both with information and also with hooking you guys up with courses and services and all that kind of stuff. So come hang out with me when you can. There's that. But what I was going to say about that was that it points out what I think is the weakest aspect of Brent's messing with us saying I left for ultrasound class. So one of the biggest things I hate about conferences is that they make these sessions super short. 50 minutes, 30 minutes. And my question to students, and my students already know this, is what are you going to gain in a 30-minute conversation? So if someone comes and lectures to you for 30 minutes, how much stuff can they really talk about, right? It's going to be very superficial, very brief. They have to introduce themselves, which takes half the time, right? And they have to be having you out of the session 5 minutes before so you can get there for the next one. And so I don't feel like a lot of people pack the sessions really with information. And the continuation of that is that a lot of people try to sell their products in these sessions. And if you come to my sessions, I always tell you guys to buy courses. Just like I always tell you guys to buy courses on here, but I always bring value simultaneously. And I think a lot of people, it's like when you go to these, like, and I don't want to talk no trash on anybody, but certain companies hold these webinars where you go to this webinar, you sit there for an hour, and all you ever did was learn the history of the company and how you should buy their product. And they didn't actually teach you anything. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. I had to shave up, get my hair cut. But if you guys have been one of those webinars right now, let me know. You guys comment right now if you've been to one of those webinars where you're like, man, okay, I've been here for 45 minutes and I have yet to learn anything. Well, what is going on? And they just want you to buy their course. And I think that's wrong to do. So you guys should, you know, anytime you come to my webinar, you can get some information. But anyway, so the whole point is I think these conferences, they really lack depth of information. And the problem with that is that you guys spend money, you spend a day going out to these conferences, and if you weren't getting information that's going to make you understand things at a deeper level than you already understood or than the average student, then it's a waste of time. You want high-level advice, so I think that's kind of a waste. The thing that, so let me take a step back. The thing that I think is a waste about conferences is going to the sessions, because you're not going to learn a whole lot. The other thing that I think is a waste about these conferences is stuff like Brent was joking about, ultrasound, right? Or suturing. And everyone signs up. Those are the first sessions to be gone. It always cracks me up because you got a bunch of pre-meds who want to learn how to do ultrasound and learn how to suture, but don't know how to get into medical school. And it's like, great, you know how to suture or you know how to ultrasound, but you are never going to be a doctor and get to use those skills because you never took time to learn how to get into medical school. So wouldn't it behoove you, instead of spending 3 hours, whatever, at a suturing clinic or an ultrasound clinic, how about you go sit in a session with the deans talking about, hey, how's you get in? Here's how you get in. Or someone like me teach you how to study or whatever it might be. How about you get some information and help you actually get where you need to go? Yeah, and Brent's joking. You get certified in 30 minutes. That's how you guys act. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to ultrasound and I'm being an ultrasound expert in this 30-minute or 3-hour or whatever workshop. You ain't. It ain't happening. So it's a waste of time. The thing that I think conferences are great for, and I think they're underutilized for this purpose, is to network. Network, both on a peer-to-peer level and also on a peer to mentor or someone who can open up a door for you, an opportunity, or someone that you're looking for the approval of in terms of a medical school admissions person. Networking, right? Building the people who can help you get where you want to go. And I was joking half-heartedly, but I was dead serious at the same time. And I asked people on Saturday, I said, hey, who's here to meet hot girls? And when I asked that question, people were really kind of tripping off of that. Hold on one second. I think my wife is vacuuming. People were tripping off it because I said, hey, who's here to meet hot girls? And a bunch of people were like, oh, I'm not here to meet hot girls. I'm like, shoot, every conference I went to, I was trying to meet hot girls because I was trying to network and build my network, you know, to help me get to medical school, right? But if you guys go to these conferences, you try to make friends, meet people, because those are people that you can, A, have support with, you can, you know, study with, you can get resources from. They may know about something that you don't even know about that's happening at the conference, or have a connect that can put you in touch with someone. So establishing your peer-to-peer network, because these are the people that are going to be going and motivated in the same place. And when I asked this question, it's funny because afterward, I was talking to somebody, I was talking to Brent. So Brent's on here right now. And he was like, yeah, I'm here looking for a girl because where's a better place? She's going to be highly motivated, right? Because she's here on a Saturday at a conference. She's going to be interested in the same thing as I'm interested in, pre-med and getting to medical school. Like, she's going to be smart, so where a better place? And it's the same way with your peer network, is you're finding people who have the same interests as you, have the same drive, and who can help you get places. So think about that. And then as an extension of that, which some students do that, I don't think enough students do it, but some students do that because they feel comfortable with their own peers. But then the next step up from that is the non-peer networking, where you're meeting professors, deans, admissions committee people, physicians, and you're bringing these people into your network. And when you do this, okay, there's a couple key things that you should do and that you shouldn't do. The very first thing that you, and I'm sorry, this should not, because I think it's like the biggest pet peeve I've ever had. Do not ever unless you are actively applying, do not ever bring your CV to a pre-health conference. It makes you a weirdo, right? It makes you a weirdo. Everybody hates you. If you guys know what I'm talking about, like the video right now. Everybody who brings their CV, we all hate you because you look ridiculous. You got your portfolio and you're handing out full page, 5-page CVs to people who don't even know you and don't care about you. It's too much. It's overkill. Okay? Don't be that person. The do side of that, and this is my #1 tip for networking effectively at a conference, is you must have a business card. And Zach just typed in the box there. If you don't have a business card in 2018, you are slipping, guys. Slipping. You are letting yourself down because a business card is a non-intrusive way to get your information in a hand and pocket-friendly medium, right, to people. Give them a nice business card. It doesn't have to be expensive. Kinko's got like $5,000 for $3, something like that. And they got like that one company that prints online or whatever. It's super easy. You just get a white card, black type on it, put it on there. If you want to step up, go to the next notch with your business card, Zach actually has a super nice business card. I don't think I have his business card right here. But Zach's business card is really smart to do is to put a mini highlight CV on the backside. And so when people see your name, stuff on the front, they can flip it over, give them a little mission statement about what you want to do, and then give them some of the highlights of your academic profile so that way they can have some of the high notes in some of your CV without being overwhelmed and bombarded with it. It'll also make them feel more comfortable about contacting you because they'll have a point of reference as to why they should contact you. Because they'll be like, oh, this person was a highlight of the conference, not just some person who my medical school would never consider. And so getting a business card, you should absolutely have that. The second thing, or the next don't, which is what Zach did on Saturday. So it's a do-don't. So you do want to establish a common connection with people through the people you know. That's good to do. But what you should do, should be cautious of, is making sure the person that you think knows your connection actually likes your connection. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to name drop like, oh, I'm real tight with such and such to someone and have that person be like, oh, I don't like that guy because of such and such, such and such, such. And what Zach did on accident was that he was at a Stanford table and he mentioned me to the person, which is fine. But then he mentioned that I said that he should talk to somebody else who also was from Stanford, not knowing that the person he was talking to and the person he said that I said he should talk to don't get along. And so you have to be very careful about who you name drop. Someone like me you can name drop because people like me for the most part, right? But you have to be careful about name dropping another name to people because they may not vibe on that same level. And so always be cautious about your name drop, because I actually ended up getting a text earlier today and some very unhappy people with me because I sent you to essentially enemy territory. So Zach got me in trouble today. So just be cognizant of that, guys, because name dropping is great unless that name has some stain on it to the people you're talking to. Does that make sense to people? Who here has a business card? Who are people who have business cards? All right, I've seen a bunch of people who have business cards. Ray, get yourself a business card, man. Okay, Bex is going to get one now. All right, I want everyone to say they're going to get one now, right? You should all have business cards. It's super cheap, and you never have to update them. You just keep them there, get a good phone number on there, get a good address on there. So, Amira, I actually don't have an example of a business card to show you. That's what I was trying to look for on my desk. I just recently, if you can't tell, it's been a busy week over here. I got boards next week, so I actually started studying this weekend. I'll post some stuff in my Facebook group. If you guys don't know, Cult of Greatness Facebook group, free Facebook group, check it out. I'll post some stuff in there about business cards. and do's and don'ts in there. But have a business card, network effectively. The other thing I'm going to tell you guys about networking is that a place where Zach excels is in having the confidence to speak for himself and to speak up. And when you guys go to this conference, there's a lot of people fighting for the same attention. And some people get bashed for like, ooh, I don't want to come off as intrusive. I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to be whatever. Guys, they don't know you, right? They don't know you. So whether you make an impression or not, your only opportunity to stand out to them is to make the impression. So if you don't go for yours and try to create that connection, create that networking, create that opportunity, it's not going to be there for you. So you should go all out and like, listen, hey, I'm here, da-da-da-da, but be perceptive when someone doesn't want to talk to you. That's the other flip side of it. But at the same time, step to the front of the group. There's a big, huge group. Don't sit in the back. Get dead center, get in the middle, and get up front and ask your questions, right? Say, hey, my name is such and such. Bring the handshake that we teach in the interview course, right? Make that connection. And I think the quote I wanted to talk to about, mention to you guys about this, let me read it to you guys, is that some people dream of success while other people get up every morning and make it happen. And it's Wayne Huizinga, okay? You've got to make opportunity. You've got to make connections. Networking doesn't happen on its own. You have to go outside of your comfort zone and make that connection, create those opportunities, create that future for yourself. And it was cool that one of my students a couple weeks back posted in the Facebook group that they were very active in terms of making these connections and advocating for themselves, and they ended up getting an interview at one of their top schools. So those are the kind of things that you want to focus on getting done. Is when you go to these conferences, skip the ultrasound, skip the suturing. Go to content workshops. In addition, don't expect these content workshops to blow your mind unless it's one of my workshops, which is always a bomb, right? Because there's a small, limited amount of time. So most important part of these conferences is to network, both in terms of making peer connections and then also from leveling up into admissions people, deans people, and other people that you can connect with, okay? So that's all I have to say tonight about those conferences. I'll do another video since people are asking about business cards. I'll do a part 2 to this, and we'll talk about strategically getting your business card into people's hands, what it should look like, and how to do it. So look out for that video talking about networking at pre-health conferences. So we will put that together for you guys. If you like this video, make sure you guys like the video right now. Take a second if you are new to this and subscribe, turn on live notifications. And yeah. Everyone have a wonderful day. Like I said, Halloween is over now. Get back to work. Make up for the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday you took off for Halloween, and get some work done this week so you can get ready for your next set of midterms coming up. What else do I have to tell you guys? There's something else I want to tell you guys. Michael's new today. Hey, Michael, make sure you subscribe. Turn on notifications. We're live Monday and Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. New videos. What else? Oh, I have something exciting happening next week. I'm going to tell you guys about next week. So not this week. I'll tell you guys about something very exciting happening next week. I will tell you guys. Everyone have a wonderful night. The website is premedproductivity.com. Check it out. Lots of good stuff over there. And everyone, as always, no excuses. None. Just dominate. And Kenneth, yeah, I'll be sending out, actually I can announce it on social media too, but I'll be sending out emails tomorrow to people about the, both sending you guys the free stuff that I said I would send and also telling you guys who won. So the other thing, right? So I give away stuff at my events. I also do giveaways at my events. So I give away stuff to everybody who's in attendance, and then I raffle off big ticket items. So on Saturday, I had 4 workshops. So I gave away 4 enrollments in my 5 pillars of studying less and getting better grades, which is my comprehensive course to teach you guys how to study less and get better grades. And so I gave away 4 of those, and I'll be announcing the winners of that tomorrow. That's a $600 course. Gave away 4 of those on Saturday, so lucky winners coming out tomorrow. I will see my boot camp people this week. Everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful day.